Hey guys, I'm going to make this video real quick, okay? You know what I find fascinating? I find it fascinating when they tore down our city hall, okay? They building sevened it. They wanted to just get rid of it for no reason. I don't know. Were they hiding bodies, corruption papers in there? I don't know. Files. Who knows? We'll never know because it made no sense. They got rid of it. And you know it didn't make sense because the Democrats, the way they explain investment is let me give a millionaire buildings and free stuff. That's how they equate investments, okay? I do not know what the Foster family has invested in El Paso other than their name and us giving them buildings from other families in El Paso that had been here for generations, okay? So we're all the Democrats basically are doing what they do best. They take from one and give to another. You know, just the way the stupid communist attitudes are. That's how they view the world. Very communistic. And so they give the Foster family, here, let's give you this stadium. And what do? Okay, I'm not sure if they're Hispanic. I think they're white. And you think they would take just a moment. Just think of, look, you could have named them the Azteca Warriors. You could have named them Los Indios, Los Diablos, El Sol. You could have named them anything. You could have named them anything cool. Okay. Instead, you basically, that's how. I don't want to. Again, I'm not going to go there. But that is a trope that's just awful. Okay. When you're like, here, let's make a Chihuahua trope. We'll make a stupid, racist little trope, and that's your baseball team right there, right? Come root for the team that's in your face, racist. And so it's not just them, okay? So that's the same. And that was Republicans and Democrats at that time agreeing with each other. You have a lot of people that are non-Hispanics that don't think about stuff like that. They think we find that acceptable, like it's cool or something. It would be like if I went to the Foster family and I say, hey, I'm going to build a stadium in your honor in Nashville, and I'm going to call that team the Hillbilly Rednecks and make a Tex Avery, a trope of a hillbilly as their mascot. It would be offensive. Okay, that's on that level. It would be as like, I'm gonna make a tequila and I'm gonna put it in this white Chihuahua bottle, and it's gonna be cool. It's stupid, it's racist, and coming from black and white people that live in this city, you should just think a little bit better. Okay, it's stupid. That's just my opinion. I don't like it. I'm a Yaqui Native American. I think it's. I don't even like to use the word racist. It's just ignorant. But besides that, you get this building, you get your idea of investment, so they give you the baseball stadium, okay? You didn't buy the baseball stadium. You didn't invest into that baseball stadium, okay? They gave you the baseball stadium, and then you insult the El Paso people, okay? And then I'm driving by there today, and so they build this stadium, okay? And if you're driving by Santa Fe, there's this part where you can look into the stadium. It's real beautiful. Okay, I'm not dogging on the stadium itself. The stadium as a building is fine. Okay, it's a beautiful building. It's a beautiful stadium, and you can look into it. If you're at the park across the street, right? You could look into it. If you're coming down that street, you'll be looking into the stadium. It's beautiful. So I'm driving by there today and yesterday, and now they've covered it. You can't even see inside now. Now they're like, no, you can't see inside. You must buy a ticket, even though we gave them a stadium for free. Listen, this is the problem with the way Democrats view investment. They view investment as you give me money because we're flexing on you right now. We're flexing on you. We want you to support us and give us cash in some formal way or donation, whatever the hell you want to call it. And that's what happens, okay? They get the mordadita, and then here's the building, or here's the tax rates, or whatever the hell you want to call it, or here's the free baseball stadium. I'm proposing Project Metropolis, okay? People ask me, how are you going to get, because this is the conditioning. right here. How are you going to, I'm not going to build, how am I? I'm not a millionaire. I'm not a billionaire. It's a stupid question when people ask me, how am I going to, what I can do as the executive of the city, if I get elected mayor, and I'm lucky enough, right? I can go to our city planners, to the zoning commission, right? And we can do commercial zones. Normally, right, in a capitalist society, you go to different corporations, because I'm the biggest cheerleader for the city, right? That's my job. I go, I talk to X, I say, hey, why be in this environment here when there is potential for frivolous lawsuits on your company because of the political atmosphere, and you would be much safer and in a lower tax bracket in Texas. Come join us in El Paso. We're building a brand new downtown area. It's in the southwest region, and you'll be close to your micaladores, and you can invest into a brand new city, bring your employees, and it's a great opportunity, right? You get them to invest into your city. That's how capitalism works, right? So I go to the company, I approach the company as the executive of the city. I say, hey, come to El Paso because of X, Y, and Z. They say yes or no. We have the land. They purchase the land. They build their building. Bam, here we go. It's all around. It's a win-win for El Paso, right? But the way the Democrats have been viewing things, and some Republicans in the city for some reason, is investment is I give a rich person things for free, and that's supposed to be investment. That's not investment, okay? That's called a bribe. That's the problem with the city, okay? This is why when COVID hit, I know Cassandra and all these other people in the city council, and some of them maybe not as corrupt, but all of you are corrupted. Because what happened here is that you had the city manager at the time didn't want to be bothered by these people. And Jaime, and I'm not sure who it was at the time. I don't want to say, I don't know who the city manager was. I'm just telling you how I see it. Him and Samaniego, okay, the county judge, during COVID, unfortunately, DeMarco, he was very, he could have come out and fought tooth and nail, but he was scared. And for whatever reason, he bit his tongue, and now, you get to go home and live in your shame. Because you could have done things better and spoken out more for the people, but instead you allowed the system to roll over you. And so you allowed Samaniego and the city manager just to do whatever they wanted. And they did. And how did they do it? I guarantee you this is how they did it. They probably had there if you go look at what the El Paso Ethics Commission left behind as far as open source information on that Cassandra case, okay, because they took her and they did this whole case on her, and it's on the record. And it opens avenues to the city also had other ways of paying all these politicians out. They had a city card, they had the gas card. I'm sure there was a form of stipends being paid out by the city manager and Samaniego. I mean, look, you cannot tell me there's no corruption when you have this is how brazen it is in your face. Ready? They come out with a city budget, which is like an omnibus, and in your face, okay, in your face, they tell you we're gonna give all city officials that are voted in or ascended, right? They're appointed, their officers or something else in the city, they're all going to get a 13% pay increase. Okay, so they're rubbing their backs. Here, you just stay quiet, we're going to give you more money. And so what do they do with the workers, the people that make the city function? We're going to give you 3%. Man, I tell you. By the way, service to you all when we get voted in, they try to hide. They see the Democrats want to get paid for service because this is their job. They don't understand that when you go serve your community, like me trying to become your mayor, that is service. I do it, and I do it proudly because I think you, the El Paso people, deserve better. and you've been rolled over. Okay? They've taken advantage of you. I guarantee you, when I go into this position and I start looking into these departments for waste, fraud, and abuse, it is going to be like cancer. You watch how people start freaking out. And step one, we'll make it fair. We'll try to work with the city manager and the city council. And if that doesn't work, then we'll go back to the people, and then we'll start to consolidate power with the mayor, and we'll put it to the people. Okay, we'll vote. We'll put it as a proposition for the people, and they can vote if they want to give me more power. Okay, and we'll start to diminish the power from the people that are taking the power away from you. Okay, making fools of you. I showed you the other day a street on Cotton, right? The street right there, Cotton. Look how terrible that is, and that's just a little sliver of everything that's in this city, because this city is dying. It's like a death by 1,000 cuts, and that's what's happening here. So the city manager in San Diego probably paid Cassandra and all these other city representatives. And why do I keep referencing Cassandra? Because Cassandra has the audacity, after she tried to rip you off, and then they tried to hide their corruption. And then I guarantee you, all of them got together and said, you need to run for mayor because you need to hide our corruption. Flat out hide it. And there's no investigation by the police. Or Hicks, and Hicks is been all right. Okay, our district attorney's been all right, but he could do a little bit better where she's concerned. Okay, by the way, if Hicks, if you don't want to do your job, I don't know if I'm gonna move to support you. If you can't investigate flat out corruption in this city because you're trying to cover for the uniparty or whatever crap it is, because you just don't want to go there. This is a problem, okay? I have nothing to lose, and I am basically trying to become mayor for the people. I have nothing to lose, okay? The people have nothing to lose. You all are running on behalf on behest of the institution, right? The uniparty, right? That's what you guys are trying to protect. Because if we look, I'll promise you this, and I'm going to state it real quick right now. When I become your mayor, okay, and Donald Trump becomes our president again, there is a record, and that record is going to be sent to the Justice Department. And I'm going to ask them to come and do an investigation on every city representative during the time of COVID, including the city manager, including San Diego, and including DeMargo. Because I want to know what kind of kickbacks were being given out. Because Cassandra, if she was a decent human being, she wouldn't even try to run. But she's running because they're trying to hide their corruption now. This is what they're trying to do. But I promise you, that's not going to happen. Trump may have been more reserved and didn't want to press on the system. I'm going to press on this system. Okay, this is why I'm making this video. I want you all to know, and I'm calling you out, the city council during COVID, San Diego, the city manager at the time, and we'll find out your name here soon enough, and DeMargo. I am going to ask Trump's Justice Department to come to our city, and we're going to investigate exactly all of the corruption that happened during that time. Because you may think you can give yourselves little pats in the back, 13% increase, and nothing's going to happen, San Diego, right? You're wrong. I promise you're wrong, okay? And you may think you can screw the El Paso people over, but that's not going to happen under my watch. Okay? And we will come for you. We will come for your corruption, and we're going to make this city right. Because all you all have done since COVID is line your pockets on the back of the hard work of the El Paso people. And that is wrong. And I just won't stand for it. And so there it is. This all stems from a baseball stadium that I drove by, and they decided to cover it up because they don't want the El Paso people to look inside the building that they built. Okay, this is their money. They built the baseball stadium. They gave it to a millionaire who that's what the Democrats call investment. We're going to invest into you. We're just going to give it to you. That's called corruption, okay, by the way. That is corruption. When you take, here's another here. I'm going to give you the Crest building. And what are you going to do with that? We're going to build a laundromat downstairs, and we're going to build a food court. This tells me you have no interest in El Paso's history. You don't care about our history. You don't care about our heritage. And the Foster family, you guys can just honestly, I'm being very honest here. When I become mayor, we're not going to have a working relationship, both of us, okay? I'm actively going to work against you to get you out of that baseball stadium. And I'm going to ask the Tiguas to see if we can move those Diablos into that stadium. They should have been there, okay? But the city decided to burn the Tiguas, as if that's not bad enough. So we're not going to have a working relationship, Mr. Foster. Okay, I've been running for a while. You all could have reached out, and we could have tried to have a conversation over what's going on. But since you don't have respect for El Paso's heritage in the downtown area, and quite frankly, you don't have respect for the people of El Paso because you want to call your stupid teams racist names, that's fine. Call your stupid Chihuahuas the racist name. You can have that. Okay, but you're not going to have it in a stadium that's owned by the people. You can build your own stadium anywhere in El Paso. You're more than welcome to stay if you're going to invest. Okay, real investment. That means you buy the land, you as a millionaire, billionaire, whatever the hell you are, you build the stadium. That's how that works. So I'm putting you all on notice here. The city council, the ex-mayor, I'm sorry, D, okay, no offense to you. But you could have stood out and you could have fought harder for the people. But you didn't. You sat on your ass and you allowed a lot of bad things to happen to people during that time. Okay? You could have been a voice of reason. You could have been a voice for freedom. And yes, you did do a lot of good things. I'm not completely dogging on you. But I think you can come out and set the record straight. Because you know there was a level of corruption. And I think you need to come out and set the record straight. And if you don't, the record will be set straight for you through investigations, okay? So you can stay quiet, that's fine. Eventually, sunlight is the best remedy for corruption. This video was only meant to address a stadium. And look at where we're at now here. Because of a conversation that I'm having with you, the people of El Paso. I love you guys. I mean what I say. You all, I'm coming for you, okay? There is a storm coming. The people's storm, our storm. And when it hits, it's going to shock the system because you all are not going to be able to comprehend, understand how it is that all this is coming down on you when you are part of the system. I am not part of your system. I'm not. I am part of the people. And the people are coming for you because you are corrupted. That's it. It's nothing personal. It's only business. You've taken our money, and now it's time that we fix the business of El Paso. Okay? You could set things right now. You could actually go back and amend your 13% increase. Maybe, if be on the side of the workers. And how about you don't give yourself an increase? How about you give the city workers a 5% increase instead, right? Maybe a 6% increase, right? You won't take an increase because you're doing service for the people. This is service. This isn't a full-time job. You want a full-time job? Go get a full-time job. If you're going to serve the people, be humble with their money. Okay? People work hard. And there's a lot of money being wasted on a lot of rich people, and a lot of people are lining their pockets on the backs of the El Paso people, okay? I told you this before, and I promise you guys, when I become your mayor, I'm going to return that money to you. I'm going to find a way. We're going to do programs. We are going to funnel that money back to you all in the face of the bureaucracy in the face of this uniparty, in the face of the establishment. And I'm telling everybody right now, real quick, just so you know, I will never commit suicide, okay? Just in case some of these people want to come and off me, I'm telling you all now, I would never commit suicide. I would never accidentally run with a shotgun and jump and shoot my head. I would never do any of those things, okay? If something happens to me, it's because the powers that be in this city are coming at me hard, and they really don't want sunlight on their corruption. Understand that, guys. What we're dealing with is that deep. And so I'm asking for your all's bravery when we come vote in November, guys. Because we're going to change the way America is. And we're going to finally put an end to the corruption. Once again, guys, you all, the city council during COVID, Samaniego, the city manager, and D. Again, I'm sorry, D. Margo. I know you went in there and you did some good stuff. I hope you can come out and help us correct this boat, because I feel there was a lot of corruption and you were at the head of that. You can point us in the right direction, and I feel that you should. I love you guys. Marco for mayor. If you're sick and tired of having these city officials just steal your money, be disrespectful to you, and think that, hey, your money belongs to me, if you're sick and tired of that attitude, then it's time for change, guys. Marco for mayor. I love you all. Have a beautiful Sunday, and God bless you guys.